friends, happy Sunday. Hope your Sunday was a great one. Ours has been a really good one. It is 5:30 at night and I haven't picked up the camera at all. Oh, someone just sent me a picture. But I just wanted to hop on real quick and just say hello and hope it was a great one for us. I really don't know what to talk about, so I'm just going to kind of grab little snippets. This morning was online church and my smoothie. Jerry got groceries, and then we did not eat lunch until 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. And he had made baked chicken, and he took chicken breast and he filleted them in half, so it gave us another meal. And then he just took his panko crumbs, bread crumbs, and then he just no, I take that back, it was panko crumbs, but it was the Italian seasoning kind, and he just did it in an egg wash, you know, where you put egg and milk and then the panko crumbs, so you just dip in it. And he just baked that, and then we had mashed potatoes and no vegetable. I was hoping we're going to be able to try the corn, but there's a story behind this. So and as far as I'm concerned, there won't be any supper. So this morning went out to the garden because I knew there's going to be a cucumber ready, and so I was able to pick that, and I trimmed back leaves that needed to be trimmed, and my green beans on a couple leaves, there was like the rust looking on it, so I trimmed those off. And there was no green beans to pick yet. They're still probably about this big. I'm hoping within the next week or two for my carrots. I did see there was one carrot that when I brushed away the dirt, you could see a carrot. So that's very exciting for me. I don't expect to get a lot of them, but even if I can have a handful just to munch on. Then the snap peas, I'm going to probably be pulling it. It's pretty much done. And the shelling peas, I gotta wait for more to come out on that. So the bush beans are they got flowers up on top, so that's a good sign. Butternut squash still looks good. The potatoes, we planted the Kennebecs. They are looking like they could be ready. The thing is with Kennebecs, most seed places will tell you how long it should be, and ours has only been, I have to think here, 60, today's the 5th, 65 and 5, they've been 70 days, so they just kind of look like it. We got a lot of rain with the high heat, and there's a lot of leaves that are now yellow and like burned edges. So it could be from sunburn, it could be from blight, it could be from a lot of things. So our humidity is supposed to be gone by Wednesday, and so we're going to wait until Wednesday, and then we're going to pull a plant to see what it looks like, because the last thing I want is to have them to rot, you know, if they're ready. So and then we did lose an acorn squash plant to a vine borer, and everything was looking really good, and it was the one that had the two biggest ones on it. And I went out there this morning, and I kind of thought the other day when I saw some, you know, there was like the skin was gone a little bit on the stem, And I said to Jerry, I says, I bet you we got you know, a vine borer. And he kept saying, no, no. And I kept thinking, yeah, yeah. And when I went out there this morning, you definitely could tell, because the whole plant, half of it had collapsed over and was already yellow and stuff. And when I went to pull on the leaf, you know, the whole vine came out. And there was, it's like it divided the plant in half. And when I clipped that bottom half off, definitely that did. There was something there. And so I cut off the two acorn squashes. And of course, we got the kind called Tabletop King acorn. So they're only supposed to get 5, maybe 6 inches around. So they're just small ones anyways. And they both were, well, one was about the 5 to 6. The other one was probably closer to 4. But they both look done. We did all the tests that you're supposed to do on it and everything. And so I clipped that and brought that in. And Jerry went out and he checked and he pulled the whole plant because basically, you know, the whole plant was gone. So we have one more acorn plant. We'll keep an eye on that one. And there are 2 little ones on it, about that big. I don't figure that they'll be ready until the middle of September anyway, so. And cucumbers, I probably got like 6 or 8 little ones about this big. And the butternut squash, we still have the one baby one, but he's getting big. And then we have a new one forming. And my sugar bush watermelon, which will get supposedly round and like 5 to 7 pounds. That one is doing still good too. So, and the corn is forming their ears. So for lunch, Jerry did take the biggest of the acorn squash. He did cut it up and he did bake it. And it wasn't as bright yellow as probably it should have been, because it probably just needed more time, you know, to finish. But he said it tastes like squash, so yay. And then let's see, then I decided that we needed dessert today, so I made brownies from scratch. It was a new brownie recipe that I had found, and I wanted to try it out. I've tried several before that we both have said, store-bought was better. And this one was pretty good. This one was pretty good. So I just made it plain. I didn't add anything to it, you know, any chips or any nuts or anything like that, because I wanted to taste to see if it was going to be worth keeping. And this one is. So what I will do is I will make up what she calls the 4-time batch. So it makes like 4. You can use it 4 times, and you just have to add your wet ingredients to it and bake it. And the other thing is I did make, we were out of pancake mix. I told him I did not want to buy a pancake mix from the store. That you know, growing up we used to just make our pancake mix with the flour and everything. So the same gal that I got the recipe for the brownie mix, she had a pancake mix, and so I did that. And that one basically is just flour, sugar, and buttermilk powder, and a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, baking soda, baking powder, flour. Can't remember everything I just told you. But anyways, so I got that done, and it's just basically you use a cup of the mix with 1 egg and a cup of milk or sugar, and it's good to go. So we haven't tried it yet. It's all made, but that will give a good, there's a couple birds out here fighting. It was just something else that I can do to help us. We were talking about that today, Jerry and and I said, it's just like I don't know who I am. It's like I've reawakened something in me, because before it was just easier just to go buy a dollar mix and pop it in the oven. And now it was like, you know, for the same amount of time, it only took me like 5 minutes to put this mix together and get it in the oven. And, you know, no different than opening up a box of brownies and mixing it up and putting it in the oven. So it's just like he said, it's that mindset where you sit there and you think, you know, it's going to be so much easier just to, you know, do it from the store, the box. And in reality, for us, it doesn't take that long to do it from scratch. Now remember, I'm not telling you that if you do it from the store or anything that that's wrong. I'm just doing what I need to do for us to help us, because like I said, I have noticed certain foods really bother me with high processed whatever, and I'm trying to eliminate to see if that's what the problem is. And so if I can do stuff like this, like our pancake mix, to where it takes me 5 minutes to put it together, but then I just have a little tag on the container that says how to make it, it makes it easy for both of us. And just like the brownies, once I put the mix together and it's in the container with the note on it, you know, then Jerry can just grab it and he can make it. And you know, it's ingredients, and for us, that's kind of what we're choosing right now. But you know, we're still using store-bought stuff. There is a lot in our cupboards that are still store-bought stuff. So, and the other thing is that trying to lose the weight on doing this, because the homemade bread is a point more than the store-bought bread, you know. I haven't figured up the pancakes, but I'm sure it's just like the one at the store, or the brownies. So, because you know, when you make stuff from scratch, if you use flour, flour is high points. So, and I haven't, it's like Jerry said, unless you get into grinding your own flour, and I'm not to that point yet, you know. So, but the other thing was, so that's basically what I've done today, plus laundry, and I have one more load to do. Jerry, when I was doing laundry and doing the brownies and everything, he came out in the sunroom and he went out in our family room and he dusted both areas and he vacuumed both areas, and I thought that was a great thing, because that way I didn't have to do that, and I was doing something that, you know, making him a dessert that he likes, and you know, I was also doing laundry. And so, but y'all, I can tell I've been the last few days up on my legs and everything, because when I go to stand up I am sore. But, and Miss Jana, I sure hope you find your yarn for those Christmas gifts. And Miss Diana, my goodness girl, how many of those do you have to make? I was just sitting here thinking myself, you know, I need to well, I've been doing the socks. That is part of Christmas stuff. And then I want to get those hats done, but I'm so afraid that if I start, well, I have to do a gauge swatch. So I guess I could wind the yarn to one of them, the one set. Oh no, I gotta find See, I'm off. Squirrel moment. I have to find the color for the band yet, so I can't do that yet. But yeah, we're already thinking about Christmas stuff, and some of these socks that I am doing. No, Jerry likes the thicker socks now, and I do have some of that DK weight that I'm getting in, you know, that is Christmas stuff, and he's going to wear them no matter, in the winter months he'll wear them no matter if it's Christmas or it's something else. But my thought process is that he doesn't know if they're for him or not unless I say, here's a pair for you. So I always like to do a pair or two for him and put them in his stocking, and so I have that for him. I still have that hat that I have to crochet, so I just need to, what I should do is find a hat pattern that is crocheted for him out of that neon yarn that he really liked, and then that would give me two gifts for him. So because, you know, we're at that age where I do understand why people quit doing gifts for each other, but I made him make me a promise that we would not be like that we would still find something, even if it's just stocking somethings. And then it got so that the stocking somethings could not be full of candy and little things that you're just going to toss away. So, but I did finish my Neon God socks this afternoon, and let me show you, because and you'll see pictures afterwards, because I'll post pictures of everything. So right there is this one right here, and here is the second one. And these are going to be for me because these did not have the nylon in them, and they won't wear as well as ones with nylon in it. The other one that then I pulled out the one that is a Christmas gift, and this was the one that had the name of Pickles in it, and this is for our daughter's husband Kevin, and he loves green. But this definitely, after making all the sandwich pickles and stuff, reminds me of that. But this is the first sock, and I am picking up the gusset stitches, which is the widest part of your ankle. And when I get that down, because that's the heel right there, so when I get those back to the number where it needs to be, then I will be knitting out the foot right there. So, but yeah, so I did pull that out so I can get those gusset stitches done. And I have not done any more on the August one. I did not sew at all yesterday. I was just so tired. But not for sure what the week, like I said yesterday, what the week will bring. I was hoping that we would try the corn to know whether we should can corn or freeze it. We haven't made up our minds yet because, you know, I'm getting kind of tired. But he did buy another case of pint jars and jelly jars, and he did buy a big can of tomato paste because that's how I make my ketchup. So I'll probably this week be canning ketchup, so the ketchup will be done, and that's what will go in jelly jars. And other than that, unless we go up to Oh, my battery's going low, so I'm going to have to cut this short. If we go up this week to pick up corn or peaches. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go, my friends. I need to go plug my phone in. It is down to probably 10% of that. So, but anywho, thanks again. Till we can chat again. See you on Monday.